not gonna karate jump because that shit going.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
What up, chain gang? Chicka chicka, yeah.
Будет гладить свои лапки, я буду говорить, что у меня все в порядке. В среднем человек в день может врать до 200 000 раз. Вот и я солгу сейчас, а потом ты уйдешь, а я останусь. Станет странное сердце бестолковое усталостью. Я буду бояться остаться один на один с этой комнатой цветных пелерин, тобою связанных на мне пелерин. Целуй меня, целуй меня, целуй меня. Пока лучи не целятся в нас, пока еще что-то чувствую, пока мы еще здесь. Целуй меня, пока лучи не целятся в нас, пока еще что-то чувствую, пока мы еще здесь. Целуй меня.
Mailboosmiley, bro. Finally, my turn. Alright, I've been called Smiley all my life. So this was like at least 2 years deep into my career as a tattoo artist. I had basically clients, you know, consistently, whatever. So I had a group of girls that I had, and they brought me over a Malibu bottle, and it was the first time I ever tasted the Malibu liquor, and it was so good that I finished the whole bottle by 6 o'clock. This is from 2 to 6. That I went on Facebook and I wrote, for my next few clients, when you come and get tattooed by me, don't tip me, just bring me a bottle of Malibu. And by the end of the following week, I had like 26 bottles of Malibu, because people were bringing me 2 bottles, 3 bottles, and my whole entire like room was full of like Malibu bottle. And then, so you know, I was just like, fuck it. I wrote it on Facebook. I was like, I'm just gonna call myself Mailboosmiley. So Malibu, the original way, M-A-L-I-B-U, was taken, so I had to consider the other option, which is M-A-L-I-B-O-O, you know? So, and that's how I came out with Mailboosmiley. Boom. Okay, so what I did prior to tattooing, I was a network engineer. I used to work for IBM, and then from IBM, I got a contract with Merrill Lynch and Lucent Technologies. And I also worked with Washington Mutual in order to create the infrastructure for their banking network system. So I was part of that group, which is pretty awesome. And like I said, my job at Merrill Lynch was this when I was 22, and this when I transitioned from network engineering to becoming a tattoo artist. That's another long story because it's pretty awesome too. So I bust some cheeks. Nah. Rituals. I definitely just like to pray. I actually pray before my pieces, believe it or not. People don't know that, but I pray for my pieces, and I thank God for giving me the ability that I have, and I acknowledge that I have talent that was given to me, godly talent that was given to me by Him. So I make sure I pay homage to Him first before I tackle anything I do throughout the day. So yeah, that is my only ritual that I do. Do's and don't before getting a tattoo. You have to sleep. Right? A lot of people don't know this, but the best time to get a tattoo is actually early in the morning. That's because if you get a good night's rest, which is 8 hours, you produce enough protein to actually counteract the pain of the tattoo. So if you get tattooed at 7 in the morning, it'll hurt way less than 4 p.m. It's proven fact. I've been doing this 14 years, so I can actually tell you. So get a good night's rest, drink a lot of water, and hydrate, because most of the people that don't hydrate when I'm trying to tattoo, the skin does soak up the ink faster than usual, so when it tends to heal, it kind of fades out because your skin is dehydrated. Also, don't drink. It becomes a headache because you're gonna feel like shit. You're not gonna give it your all the next day. And make sure you eat something before you arrive. That's more important than anything. And also, don't bring a fucking friend. Leave your friends at home, yo, because they don't know shit. Like, you know what I mean? They just like, mind your business, bro. Like, let me work with my client, because sometimes friends tend to change your mind at the last minute, and that's not cool. So leave your friends at home, all right? My favorite style tattoo, doggy style. Nah. All right. I had to, bro. You leaving these fucking questions open. All right, look. My favorite style is just realism. I'll be honest, I'm very diverse, so it doesn't matter what I'm given, I'm actually gonna do it to the best of my ability, because I have good tattooing skills, which allows me to do practically anything. But if I was to choose, it would just be realism. I'm not too fond of traditional and too much like tribal-ish and type of geometric guy. I like anything that has portraits in it and very high color, high impact visuals. So I love hyperrealism. Oh man, so the thought of chakra. So chakra is a disc that's from this goddess Vishnu, is an Indian goddess, and this is like serenity. So what the chakra disc is like it opens doors and it's enlightenment, right? So chakra comes from a situation that my wife and I had because we were at a brink in our relationship and everything. I was gonna fucking leave because I was trying to cheat and shit like that, you know what I mean? Obviously she was more structured and more focused into what she wanted, and I was like all over the place, but I was insecure at the time, you know, because I got to secure the bag in order for me to have family, but then I already had a family, so I just needed to secure the bag, so I feel like I needed to be out there, not in. So we were at such a brink that we were gonna call it quits, and this is when it was like a turn of event where we came to a mutual understanding. I sat there for the first time and I heard her tell me her true feelings, what she feels about our relationship, where it should go, and what it needs to be. And that was the first time I ever sat down to speak to a woman about a serious relationship. So because I understood how she was feeling and I sat there and I listened, we actually came together and we started seeing eye to eye. And this is when we wanted to find out, what do you call what we just went through? We didn't know we just went through something spiritual, we didn't know what to call it. So we started doing our research and we came across the word chakra. And then from the chakra, we started reading, and there's these different energy points in your body. So everything that we were going through, we were reading throughout the book. So we like, you know what, we should call our shop Ajna, which is the third eye. And it was like, yeah, but not everybody see eye to eye. So I was like, let's call it Sahara, which is the crown chakra, which is on top of your head. It's like, yeah, but not everybody's crowned, you know? Not everybody deserves good in life, because in order to get good, you have to do good, which is called dharma. You know, you do good, you get good. Karma is you do bad, you get bad. So not everybody's awarded a crown. So then we're like, you know what? Everybody does go through different power energy points in life, so let's just call it chakra, because everybody here, whether they're going through something spiritual or not, everybody should be welcome in, and we should be able to cleanse everybody. Exactly how we cleanse ourselves, my wife and I, we came together. This is our purpose to our shop, is for people to come in and feel clean and feel good about their life and leave happy. So I've been tattooing 14 years. I've been jumping back and forth from different companies. The reason being is because I'm trying to find what fits me better, what just works well with me. I've tried every single tattooing ink that it's out there. So far my favorite is, I'm stuck between World Famous and Starbright. I use Empire inks. I transitioned from Kurosumi to Empire inks. Saturation in the inks is fucking awesome. I love Hulk machines, like Cheyenne machines are really dope. I started out with coil machines. They were a pain in the ass to clean them and all, and I jumped into the Cheyenne machine and they fucking changed my world for like the better. So I've been using them for a while. As far as like other products and stuff, I stopped using A&D because it's petroleum based and it kind of clogs the skin and it clogs your needle at the same time. So I use Glide from Inksies. So it's pretty good, and it, you know, turns to oil, so it allows you to work better and stuff like that. And as far as my needles, I jump back and forth from, I don't know, what's the name of that shit right there? What is it? What it says? Quadrant? Yeah, so I use Quadrant needles and I jump back and forth from like some shitty needles to Quadrant. I still make it work because it's the artist at the end of the day, it's not the needle. So. Favorite team memory? Damn, I would say that escape room, but to be honest with you, I think it was the dinner that we all had in that fancy spot. It was fucking dope. it was cool that my wife and I were able to do that for our team, to thank them for all the hard work that they've done. And you know, we give out trophies, which is what we're gonna do annually and stuff like that, because everybody should be commended for their hard work. Their hard work doesn't go unnoticed. So I guess that was my most memorable spot, because we all came together and we acknowledged what everybody does and how important their job is in this company. Guys, can I explain why the earth is flat in 1 minute? All right, number one, if you stand still, it's flat. Number two, if you look at the horizon of the ocean, it's straight. Number three, we use a vehicle which we fly all over Earth called an airplane. And plane means flat surface. So we use a vehicle that flies over a flat surface. Number four, whenever there's an accident in the street or New York or anywhere, there's helicopters hovering, thus explaining that the Earth is not spinning at 1,500 miles an hour, which is highly impossible. Yeah, so that's it, I guess. My favorite memory at a convention. Oh, you know what? It was my first convention, to be honest with you. It was in Maine. Well, not my first convention. What made this one very memorable was it was in Maine, and I've never competed in tattooing because I've never liked to be a competitive person. So I did a piece on my wife. It was on a Friday, and I did like a leopard on her, and she wanted to put it on the contest. And I told her, nah, I don't want to put it on there. So she went and paid for it and put it on the contest herself. And she was okay, they're about to call the winner, whatever, you want to come? And I was like, nah, I want to stay here because I get like high anxiety from competing and stuff. So when I stood in the booth tattooing other people, she went to the contest and then she came back with 2 trophies, a first place and a second place. So that was pretty awesome. And I was like in awe from seeing that the next day I decided to try to get a piece so I could win again. It was the first time I started competing and stuff, so. Holy shit, I have so many. Now, a good experience, a bad experience? All right, a good experience. I had this one client that, I guess the tattoo that I did was so crazy, and it was a very spiritual tattoo, that it was the first time somebody had got on their knees and started kissing my hand and thanking me for my hand that was sent by God. So that was pretty like gnarly, like it was weird. I was like, bro, get up. But while he was kissing, I'm like, you kind of missed the pinky. You know what I mean? You missed the spot right here. Since you're down there kissing, you know what I mean? A bad memory? I have so many of them, man. Because this industry is like saturated with like nothing but negativity. So I have a lot more negative than positive. You know, now I'm just getting all my positive. So, yeah. I wanted to be the best black and gray artist and own my own shop. And because I wasn't given an opportunity to be an apprentice, I wanted to have a shop just so I could solely teach people how to tattoo. So I did see myself teach, and I did see myself owning a business, but not to this caliber. This is more than I could ever imagine, you know. And the fact that I got together with my wife, she helped me see like the bigger picture and things. You know what I mean? So the crew that we got here, the team, because it's very hard to find a place where you could like fit in and everybody like do their job and still be chilled, because you always find somebody in anywhere you work that's either a scumbag or just, you know what I mean? So I really love the energy, and I love what I do, because, you know what I'm saying, and I love teaching too. So, and this is why I come to work every day. Everywhere. Yeah, definitely. And that's a fact, because we're like working towards that. That's one of the goals. So you could definitely bank on that by the time I'm 40, this is gonna be everywhere. Get an apprenticeship, definitely get an apprenticeship, and don't give up. Stick it through, even though it sounds cheesy when I say times may be hard, because times may be hard for a lot of people, but it also happens in the tattoo industry. Like, don't give up, you know what I mean? There's so much room to learn. Basically, just keep pushing forward. Don't let nobody hold you back. If you think this is for you and this is what you want to do, just give it your all. Don't half-ass it. Don't drink and drive, pull over and take a sip. I don't know what to say to the viewers, just, I don't know, watch my other videos. We shooting shots like the NIA. All of my niggas be. saucy. All of my niggas be.
Who are we here with today?